Hello everypony, Dyslexia here. Link to my Divinian art in the description below and also for my Patreon if you'd like to do that. Warning, this video will contain pictures from Google and other places that is not mine, so keep that in mind and please go and give credits to the original owners of these pictures and copyrights. And if you don't like fairies or fantasy or a mixture of My Little Pony and Diablo, then click away or else stay. Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So today I was just actually thinking about how much, Diablo and My Little Pony have in common. And there will always also going to be spoilers from the game, so if you haven't played Diablo 1, 2 or 3 or the recent patch, don't see this, don't spoil yourself for the game, go and play the game and see the episodes of My Little Pony and come back. Because you will only get this if you have done those two things, I'm guessing. But I would actually like to have the theory or have the idea that they actually look alike a lot, because in the start of Diablo you have a player and you choose to go to the world and save the world. You're introduced to Tyrael and you're introduced to Kane and you're introduced to a lot of people. The way I think that it looks like in My Little Pony is if you see it like where Twilight is the traveling person or the character that you chosen to be. So let's say that you chosen as the sorcerer to be in your game. Now this is only for Diablo 2, I know, but yeah, just let it go with that because I don't know how else it would be relevant to that. But I actually feel a very strong connection between T-Rex and the Dark Wanderer. The reason why I am saying this is look at the way they're both dressed. They're both in a black coat. They both take power and become stronger. The Dark Wanderer actually becoming Diablo and T-Rex becoming stronger, almost looking like a Diablo-ish figure, if you can say that. So I imagine in the game that the Dark Wanderer is actually also, confusing the player, or how to say that, making a lot of stuff that is uncertain. You don't know who the Dark Wanderer is. You will later find out that it's the player from the first game that is actually turned evil because of the soul stone he put in his head. But yeah, I really do feel like T-Rex and the Dark Wanderer have a lot in common, and I actually feel like T-Rex could have the backstory of him being turned evil by his betrayal of his brother. Now in Diablo it's a little bit different because the Dark Wanderer is actually have to take the soul stone and hide the power so it doesn't corrupt his son anymore. That's actually the story of the line, and it also makes sense that a father would protect his son, or the son would protect his brother, or the brothers would protect each other or something like that. But I actually feel like there's a lot of, also in common things with, for example, Tyrael and Celestia. The reason for this is look at their colors, their representation, what they're doing to help the main character go through the game or go through their teachings. Tyrael actually sacrifices himself that much that he actually steps down for being angel, and I will actually say that we will probably see stuff like that with Celestia too, I'm guessing. And also, something that Tyrael and Celestia have in common is the evil sister or brother in this case. Because in Diablo, Tyrael's brother is becoming evil or became evil, and Celestia's sister Luna also became Nightmare Moon, so they have that in common. Just that Tyrael sent, the player to defeat, his brother, and Celestia also, sent Twilight and her friends, of course, but mostly Twilight, to defeat Nightmare Moon. So I actually feel like there's a lot in common with that. Something I'm a little bit pondering about was actually, the main character meets this girl in Diablo 3 that becomes Diablo after some time, after the betrayal of her mother. And I would actually like to say that I'm actually pondering that Starlight Glimmer is going to be like her. I'm not feeling that the mother would have any influence on her, and I'm not seeing that Twilight's mom is actually going to betray anybody. But what if we found out that Queen Chrysalis was actually Starlight Glimmer's mother, or some of the other main sexes, relative or something, but they couldn't, figure it out because she was a changeling and kept it hidden and stuff like that. I really do feel like it could be a very interesting plot point, and I also feel like it could evolve the character of the main six if, that happened. For example, if Starlight Glimmer found out and then they have to resolve it all and stuff like that. Something I also feel like there is in common with the games and My Little Pony show. Both things have portals to other universes. In My Little Pony, there's portals open up to, dark places, like where they keep the three-headed hound. And in Diablo, there's the portal for the cow level and, portals in general to come back and forth and stuff like that. And My Little Pony, we have teleportation. So I'm actually also thinking like the Kane stuff. I actually feel like he looks a lot like, Starsword the Bearded. I also feel like, the story about, Decade Kane and the Discord and Starswell the Bearded. It just, they could be one and the same person, and that could also be an interesting plot point. And it also looks a lot like, Diablo in that way. Some of the characters may not make that much sense for you, but it actually made a lot of sense for me. The last thing I would actually like to talk about is Malfail from the new River of Souls in Diablo. I actually don't feel like he's quite dead, but one of the characters from My Little Pony I always thought about when, actually defeating Malfail was actually Sombra. So I definitely feel like he will come back and there will be something with him and, maybe Queen Chrysalis, maybe some dark portal to another universe, him and Chrysalis joining forces because they found out, that the Starlight Glimmer was, Sombra's child? Queen Chrysalis' child? No. Is it too dark? I don't know, you guys. I just feel like it could be a very interesting story, but elsewise I do really feel like there's a lot of connections between, Diablo and My Little Pony. Maybe it's just me, rambling on here this day, but do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and your loved ones. And that's actually all for today. Yeah, okay, bye.